everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial from the 41st millennium. Yes, we are back once more with Imperial Knights. Yes, here we are. We've done quite a few Chaos Knights on the channel, but we haven't done... I don't think we've done any Loyalist Knights. I'll have to go back and check. Can't remember. Anyway, we have the all-new Knight Destrier here in two halves. Well, technically, in 4 pieces. Well, technically, in many more pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces. Simple maths. Yes, we have the new Knight Destrier here in a bit of a sub-assembly, because this is how we like to paint knights. Do the legs all first, then do the body, then do the arms, then do whatever we need to do to finish. So, a massive thank you goes out to Games Workshop, who sent me this one early to build up and paint with all of you. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing. So, it's been primed in Grace here, and we're going to be painting this up in the colours of House Raven. Yes, this is the box art, the red, with the big old yellow hazard stripe thing going on. And, well, the place we're going to start, as mentioned, is on the legs. Now, we're basically going to get the legs finished, and then we're going to do the body, all of the colours that are consistent with the legs, kind of off camera, after we've done the legs. You'll know when, because I'll let you know as we're going. And let's see if this fits on. Yes, it does. Whee. So it fits on my XL painting handle. So we're going to get legs all done. Then the colours that will be done on here will copy and paste onto the torso, and so on and so forth. But we'll cross that bridge a little bit later. So the colour we're going to start with is some thinned down Iron Warriors. And we're going to be applying this over the top of the exoskeleton. So it's all the inner metal bits, of which there is quite a few of these. So just take your time here, make sure you get this over across all of these details, and don't worry if any of it's going to be a slightly different colour, like black for example. We'll go over the top of the Iron Warriors. We just want to get this on here for now, and then once that's all done, we shall return. So with all of that Iron Warriors applied, what we're now going to do is take some Black Legion, and we're going to apply this over top of the bits we want to be black. So we're going to go for these kind of piston casings. We're going to apply this over the top of any of the ribbed cables. And we're going to apply this over top of the inside smooth cable on these pistons as well. And so with that Black Legion all applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Castellax Bronze. And we're going to apply this over top of this stabilizer here. We're going to apply this over top of this thing here as well. And we'll apply this over the top of these little pipes. And this little cap. So with that all done, we're now going to shade all of those areas that we've just done with some Nuln Oil. You want to really make sure that you're working this into all the recesses. And as ever, Do just make sure you're taking this a section at a time to make sure you get everything the whole way around. Just whilst we're waiting for all that Nuln Oil to dry, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Black Legion. I'm going to apply this on top of this leg panel and this leg panel. And then similarly, we're going to take some Baal Red. We're going to apply this over top of all our remaining panels. So with that all done, we haven't done the red in a couple of places where we need to, for example, these little packs here and over the top of the feet. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to dry brush all of this internal area, now that it's dry, with some Ironbreaker. So with that all done, now is the ideal time to apply some Baal Red to the rest of these areas. So with all the Baal Red now fully applied to all of the red details, what we're going to do is going to take a roughly 2 parts Lahmian Medium to 1 part Flesh Tearers Red mix. I'm going to apply this over the top. You just want to go really carefully here, sticking to the tip of our brush and very methodically across the panels to get a nice smooth finish. Just like that. Top to bottom, all the way across, starting at one end is the best way to do this. Going from recess to recess. And with that red all nicely shaded, we're then going to take some thinned down Leadbelcher. We're going to apply this over top of all the trim. And with all of that Leadbelcher applied, we're then going to take some Sigvald Burgundy and we're going to apply this over top of our remaining smooth cables. With that all done, we're then going to take some Nuln Oil and we're going to apply this over top of our black panels. So with that all done, we're now going to add another shade. We're going to take some Drakenhof Nightshade. And we're going to use this to shade the trim. We're not going to do a full shade of the trim. Because, well, we don't need to. Because most of it's flat. But what we are going to do, we're going to take this Drakenhof Nightshade and apply this around each of the rivets and the skulls and the vent. This is what's known as a recess shade. So with that all done, our legs are now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight them and get them finished, as mentioned before at the top of the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some thinned down Wild Rider Red. I'm going to use this to highlight the red. And with that all done, we're then going to take a little bit of Dawnstone. I'm going to use this to highlight the black panels. And so with that all done, it's back to dry brushing once more, and what we're going to do is going to be really careful here, and we're going to do a little dry brush with some Stormhost Silver over the top of the trim. So believe it or not, the legs are finished after that. So we're actually just going to pop them off to one side, and we're going to work on the torso and really the rest of it as well at the same time. Now, there's nothing new here, really, apart from obviously the big yellow section. So we're just going to get started like we did before with some Iron Warriors. And get this all over the top of the inner workings of the knight. And of course over the top of the weapons as well. So with that all done, same as before, we're going to take some thinned down Castellax Bronze. And we're going to apply this over the top of things like the vents, pipes, any other little bits of metal, just to break it up as you see fit. So with that all done, we then take some Black Legion and we're going to apply this over top of all of our black details. So we've got a couple of little things that are going to like sort of act as a divider between some of our metallics. We do also have like the what are they called, shoulders as well. I'm going to apply that now too. To the back half of them. But as ever, just follow your box art. And then similarly, just like before, we're going to take some Nuln Oil and we're going to apply this over top of everything that we have just done. And so just like before, we're then going to dry brush all of these details with some Ironbreaker. So with that dry brush all applied, you'll be shocked to hear that the next colour is going to be Baal Red. And we're going to apply this over top of, well, everywhere that's going to be red. So this is going to be pretty much almost all of our remaining details. Now, we do have this front panel of the body, which we're not going to be applying this over because that's going to be yellow. But naturally, we also have the, what was it called? Trim. That's the word I was looking for. That we're also going to avoid. Well, we're not applying this over, but we're also not fully avoiding it. And we're just going to, by very nature of what we're doing, apply this over the top of it anyway. In some accidental ways. Just like we did on the legs. And whilst we wait for all that Baal Red to dry, we're then going to take some Imperial Fist and apply this over top of this large panel. Once all that Imperial Fist is fully dry, we're then going to do the black chevrons that are across the canopy. So the best way to do this is to start by applying some dots as to where we want to go. So we're going to start by putting a dot in here, for example, and we're going to put another dot just above the second rivet here, down there, like so. Then we need another dot around there, kind of next to this rivet on the trim, and then another one just above this rivet here, around about there, like so. And then we need to join these up. Now if you get a slightly wobbly line, that's okay, because there is a white highlight that also separates the black from the yellow. So don't worry too much about it. But once that's all done, we're then naturally going to block it all in. With our Black Legion. Whilst we're waiting for that to fully dry, because we do need to shade it with some Nuln Oil, what we're going to do is we're going to use our roughly 2 parts Lahmian Medium to 1 part Flesh Tearers Red mix. I'm going to use this once again over the top of all of our red. So our chevron should be dry enough now, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some Nuln Oil and I'm going to apply this over top of them. And whilst we wait for that Nuln Oil to fully dry, we're now going to take some thinned down Leadbelcher. We're going to apply this over top of, well, all of our remaining details. So with that all done, this is what a fully base coated Knight Destrier looks like in the colours of House Raven, because that's what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to rattle through the last couple of things left to do. The first of which is to take just a little bit of Casandora Yellow and use this to recess shade the couple of little rivets that don't have any black over them. Like that. We're a little bit heavy just on this one. Just absorb that. And we've deconstructed it once again, because what we're going to do next is we're going to take just a little bit of some thinned down Corax White. We're going to use this to highlight our black chevrons, and this is going to create that separation between the black and the yellow. So with that all done, we're now going to take some Drakenhof Nightshade. I'm going to use this to recess shade all of our Leadbelcher. So with that all done, the highlights are going to be exactly the same as they were before. We're going to take some Dawnstone. Use this to highlight the little bits of black. And then we take some thinned down Wild Rider red and highlight the red. So to finish things off, we're then going to dry brush the Leadbelcher with some Stormhost Silver. Nice and gently. Forgive me, but there is one last thing to do, which is to take some Frostheart, and we're going to apply this over top of the window and the lens on the stubber. Just there. Like that. And like that. And there we have it, with the base completed in a pretty simple way, like we usually do. Sterling Mud, dry brush with Tyrant Skull, and then some tufts from Gamer's Grass. Our House Raven Knight Destrier is now finished. I really enjoyed this one. I think it looks fantastic. I just love red, as you guys know. Big Blood Angels fan over here. But the big yellow hazard stripe thing on the top was also really fun to do. I really want to do some more knights. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.